gentlemen, welcome to the 61st Annual Graduation Exercises for West Boylston Middle High School. More specifically, welcome to the graduation of the class of 2018. We ask you to please remain standing and join us in the singing of our national anthem, led by our choral director, Mr. Michael Sue, and the West Boylston High School Chorus. For joining us here this evening. I'd like to take a quick moment to recognize the two people who have organized tonight's graduation exercises. Without their hard work, we would not be here in this beautifully decorated gymnasium with our soon-to-be graduates. I'd like to thank Ms. Kim Ilario and Ms. Sherry Robbins for all their hard work. At this time, I am very honored to introduce to you the president of the class of 2018, who will deliver her address of welcome to her classmates and to all of you. Please welcome Miss Julia O'Connor.
Good evening. On behalf of the class of 2018, I would like to welcome the members of the school committee and board of selectmen, Superintendent Dr. Sharper, Principal Mr. Fournier, Assistant Principal Dr. Lazat, the faculty, and the families and friends of the class of 2018. Today, I am here to ask you two questions. Who is afraid of being forgotten? Who is afraid you won't leave your mark? I can say with confidence that after this year, I no longer have that fear. As the seniors at West Boylston Middle High School, we, the class of 2018, have created an environment filled with positive leadership, leaving our mark on this small school we all call home. We decided that we should have a name to the movement we would launch, Senior Nation. Not only would this be a great logo for the start of the year's school's t-shirts, but this would also give a name to the face of positivity that we wanted to spread. Our senior year started off with the most simple but effective activity. We all got matching t-shirts that of course said Senior Nation on the front. On the first day of school, we stood in the lobby and we smiled and said hi to everyone from the 6th graders to the juniors, as well as the faculty and administrators as they entered the building. Again, this activity was so simple, but everyone loved our energy and really appreciated something as uplifting as our smiling and giving someone a high five. Shortly after our first days of senior year, tragedy struck in Houston as it was hit with Hurricane Harvey. The seniors couldn't just stand around and do nothing, so we organized a school-wide collection and and we sent more than 4,000 items to the people in Houston. We did a similar event a couple months later when we needed to make baskets for families to have a Thanksgiving meal. And the seniors came together and made 5 whole baskets. That's 5 families whom the seniors had the opportunity to help, and we did. Some of our more recent accomplishments happened in our last day of classes here at West Boylston. During this time, we started a new tradition called the Senior Message. We gave all the juniors a coconut cup, and inside contained a letter, giving them words of wisdom about senior year. This was a symbol of our passing the torch of leadership on to the juniors. After that, we all gathered together to have a celebration of our last days as students here at West Boylston. Then, together, as a senior nation, we all volunteered at the annual Cancer Walk and attended. However, the fun did not stop there. Today, we finished our class gift for the teachers. We repainted the teachers' room, put up a mural, and replaced their refrigerator. I believe that this was the most positive way to leave our mark here at West Boylston. Our teachers dedicated so much of their time to us so that we could become not only better students, but better people. The least we could do for them was give them a relaxing place to eat their lunch. I know. I have been doing a lot of bragging, but I can't help it. The students who are sitting in front of you have truly created a positive place to learn, make friends, continue old traditions, and hopefully start a few new ones. Our hope is that the classes that will follow us will be excited for their senior year, not just because the seniors get out of school a little early, or we get to go on a senior trip, or even that we get to think about where our path will lead us after West Boylston. We want the future classes to be just as excited as we were to embrace the fact that this is the last year you can make a difference here at West Boylston. You have the power to inspire others that are younger than you, and you can start new traditions. And this is the last opportunity to get your entire class involved in as many activities as possible. As our days at West Boylston come to an end, we realize that next year we will be in a whole new chapter of our lives, where we will leave the halls of West Boylston, make new friendships, reach out of our comfort zones. The class of 2018 strove to have the underclassmen look up to the seniors, follow our leadership, and be excited to have the power to leave a legacy at our school. And I believe the class of 2018 has left its mark on this school, and we hope that there will be many senior nations to follow us. Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce our class valedictorian, Katie Daigle.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Would you lounge along the white sand beaches of Hawaii, or explore the vibrant streets of Rome? Would you take a cross-country road trip, or go scuba diving off the coast of Australia? Would you watch the wildlife on a safari, or try sledding with huskies in Scandinavia? This past April, on my 18th birthday, my mom gave me a gigantic suitcase and told me that I would be needing this now that I am an adult. She told me the world was mine to explore. It was in that moment I realized I now have the freedom to go where I want. It is up to me to set my own goals, make my own choices, and create my own journey. So now I must ask myself, where do I want to go? Tonight, as we formally end our time here at West Boylston High School, this is the question we all face. Now, as we come one step closer to our wildest dreams and aspirations, we must ask ourselves, what comes next? For many years, we have traveled in the passenger seat, while others plan the route and determine the destination. Today, we take the wheel and embark on our own separate journeys. Some of us are moving away for the very first time, heading miles from our beloved hometown and its familiar faces. Some of us are continuing our education in college, pursuing careers in fields such as business, science, and art. Some of us are serving in the military, and some of us are beginning new jobs. Though our upcoming adventures all look different, a world of possibilities awaits each and every one of us. Now, it is up to us to choose how we embrace it. The thought of leaving this small town, where many of us have lived for a majority of our lives, is both exciting and intimidating all at the same time. The class of 2018, I assure you that we are more than prepared to face the road ahead. Though we often take it for granted, this school is a very special place, and we are lucky to have started our journeys here. We worked hard both inside and outside the classroom, discovering our interests and pursuing our passions. We formed tight connections with our peers, making friendships that will last a lifetime. We ignored the common misconception of high school being full of stereotypes and cliques, forming a complex class of 59 scholars, artists, athletes, performers, musicians, comedians, overachievers, activists, and leaders. West Boylston helped shape us into the people we are today and will continue to shape us into the people we will become long after we have left this building. The lessons we learned here will help us face the roadblocks and detours that we will inevitably encounter. We will all experience failure, but here we learned how to persevere, and with failure and perseverance, we will know success. As I start packing that suitcase my mom gave me and travel beyond the hallways and streets of West Boylston, I will be sure to glance back into my rearview mirror every now and then. No matter how far we wander from this little town, it will always reserve a special place in our hearts. We will always feel comforted knowing we have 59 friends to turn to for support. We will always look back and smile at everything we accomplished together, from our powder puff victories to senior nation. We will always enjoy the qualities that make this town special, like the beautiful sunset over the reservoir and the calming breeze along the rail trail. Wherever we go, West Boylston will always be home. Class of 2018. Picture where you want to go next. Picture the route you want to take to get there and the person you want to become along the way. Then, turn this vision into a plan. Embrace your new journey with enthusiasm, courage, and passion. Take pride in how far you have come here and be excited about how far you will go. The world is now yours to explore. At this time, I would like to introduce our class salutatorian, Quinn Bolak.
Every masterpiece begins with a single drop of paint and a gentle sweep of bristles against a stark white canvas, adding just a touch of color. An array of possibilities awaits. No mistakes have been made yet. It's all up to the artist's imagination. Kindergarten was the beginning of our masterpiece. We were just a bunch of kids, grasping a fresh new paintbrush in our hands, waiting to make the first mark on the painting that would define who we are. Our parents had drawn the outline for us. They taught us how to walk and talk, showed us the difference between right and wrong, and formed the foundation of who we would grow up to be. But with the start of kindergarten, we added just a touch of paint, celebrating the beginning of our journey as students. With each new skill learned, each new friend made, a stroke of color was added to our canvas. Our paintings, however, looked pretty similar. We all knew how to recite the alphabet, how to count to 10, and how to tie our shoes. We all played tag at recess, ate gushers at snack time, and made hand turkeys for art. It was pretty hard to tell the difference between our paintings at this point. But as we progressed through elementary school, we each found different paths. We joined soccer and baseball, we took dance classes and gymnastics, we developed favorite subjects, classes, and teachers. We grew into our own unique personalities, adding new colors to our palette, while beginning to fill the blank spaces on our canvas. Middle school was a time for exploration. We mixed new colors, tried out different textures, and experimented with new styles and techniques. As students, we were just trying to figure out what suited us best. We learned what classes intrigued us or piqued our curiosity. We developed stronger friendships and came to understand the concept of responsibility. We also broke away from the outlines our parents had drawn us, as we gained new independence and freedoms. Our paintings were a little bit of a mess with so many things going on, but we began to get a better sense of who we were in middle school and what we wanted our painting to look like. With the start of high We gained more confidence in who we were as we transitioned into older, more complete versions of ourselves. There were new obstacles and challenges we faced as students, as well as the introduction of new classes and teachers. We learned how to balance school, extracurricular activities, and work, oftentimes sacrificing sleep to get everything done. We found our passions, gained new independence, and finally discovered an identity of our own. Our paintings were just about complete. Senior year was the year of finishing touches. All of our hard work, determination, and perseverance led to the final creation of a beautiful masterpiece, ourselves. As we progressed through elementary, middle, and high school, we continued to add, change, and improve our painting. But now we have finished. There is nothing more to do here. While we may be sad that our journey has come to an end, standing before us is a brand new canvas. Now, as young adults, we stand, grasping a fresh new paintbrush in our hands, waiting to make the first mark on the painting of the rest of our lives. At this time, I would like to introduce our honors graduate, Caitlin Lindsay.
Most of us have been in the West Boylston School District our whole lives. From first grade to 12th grade, we experienced everything together. We were all taught the same things by the same teachers in the same classrooms. It all began in elementary school. Here we learned how to read, write, and solve math problems. It started our foundation of learning, which we are still building upon today. Next, we went to middle school, where our schoolwork got harder, friendships got stronger, and our memories together grew. We also gained more independence during this time. We no longer walked in lines or had the same teacher all day long. It was the first step forward. From there, we moved to the next stage, high school. In these 4 years, we gained more freedom, including opportunities to choose a few classes based on our own interests. But despite these new choices, we still had relatively similar experiences. There was only so much we could do, only so many options we had to choose to be independent from the norm. Let's take a very simple example, the school day. Even though we didn't all have the same background, the same friends, or the same interests, we generally had the same everyday experiences and routines. For the past 12 years, we have all awakened early in the morning, sat in the classroom, eaten lunch in the same cafeteria, learned the same material, and repeated it. We did this 2,160 times. This repetition gave us a strong base and foundation, and now we will have the opportunity to grow even more as individuals. Some of us have decided to continue our education at a college, and others have chosen to join the workforce or the military. We get to change out of the routine we've had for the last 12 years. It is time to venture off to that college or to that new job as our own person. As we enter into the next phase of our lives, we have to keep an open mind. As Steve Jobs once said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. It is our job to keep that inner voice intact, no matter what other people think. Moving forward, we cannot let others define who we are. By being our own person, we are better able to find the things that inspire us and keep us happy in life. It is important that we do not change our dreams in order to please others. Reaching a goal results from these dreams, but if we alter them, we will not be able to find our happiness. It is important to continue to become inspired, dream big, and find our happiness. In our current society, where judgment is put on those who break down barriers and push the limits of conformity, it can be hard to stand out as an individual. If we live a life trying to satisfy other people's wants and goals, our life will not be what we want it to be. Instead of living our life, we will be living someone else's. Being an individual evokes happiness, passion, and a strong sense of identity into our lives. As individuals, we can cast away judgments because we know our own self-worth. We can go beyond the categorizations and stigmas placed on us, and we can flourish by simply being us. If we are all able to achieve our individuality as we move forward, we will find our own passions, overcome adversity, and thrive. In our pursuit of happiness, inspiration, and purpose, remember it is always okay to fall back on our foundation. We gained the building blocks of life here at West Boylston for a reason. Use the knowledge, friendships, and lessons you acquired as tools to help you as you move forward. Use them as stepping stones to find that dream career or to accomplish that goal. Our time at West Boylston may be over, but our journey is just about to begin. Be yourself, find your purpose.
Thank you very much, Julia, Katie, Quinn, and Caitlin, for those beautiful words. And thank you, teachers, Mr. Gustafson, for helping the students prepare their speeches today, and the tradition that you have carried on for more than 30 years. So thank you very much, sir. At this time, the class will prepare to sing their class song to all of you. Under the direction of our choral teacher, Mr. Michael Sue, we have David Dunn on percussion, Nick Baldwin playing guitar, and the members of the class of 2018 singing their hearts out for one another and for you.
See what
Steve. Great job, and thank you again, Mr. Sue, for directing him and getting that song to sound so great. At this time, it's an honor for me to introduce to you the chairman of the West Boylston School Committee, who will offer his remarks of congratulations to the class. Please welcome Mr. James Pedoni.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to express my gratitude for this opportunity to speak tonight. As a graduate of West Boylston High School, this is a great honor for me. For the past 18 plus years, I've worked at a company named EMC Squared. In this time, there has been continuous change. In fact, the only thing that was basically a constant was that there would be change. It was to the point that people would say that EMC Squared stood for everything must change, twice. The biggest change of them all was when we were purchased by Dell about a year and a half ago. As I'm sure you can imagine, this brought on a whole new level of change. I'd like to tell a short story about a conversation I had with a former colleague just a few hours ago. I received a LinkedIn notification about John's work anniversary, and I sent him a congratulations message. We used to see each other at a particular conference in November, so his response, besides a thank you, was, "I'll look for you in Dallas." I told him I probably would not see him because after Percy, my former boss, retired, they dissolved my group and I took a new job. His response was, and I quote, "Change is the only constant." I then told him I was speaking tonight, and I had that exact phrase in my speech. I found this conversation to be both ironic and enlightening, therefore I felt the need to share. My observation is the majority of people do not deal well with change. I believe this is something we should all acknowledge. The fact of the matter is, change is going to happen whether we want it to or not. We have basically two options. We can either adapt or we can resist. The problem is we cannot prevent the change, and if we resist, change will just occur around us. Some may ask why I chose this topic. I want to deliver an inspirational speech to the class of 2018. I like to consider myself someone that adapts well to an environment and that is continuously evolving. I realized over the years how important it is that I realize over the years how important this is, and it's something I've become very passionate in. I believe we should all look at change in a positive manner. We should not reflect on the negative aspect, yet focus on a new opportunity that may present itself and how to capitalize on these opportunities. Graduating seniors, you're about to experience one of the biggest changes in your life. You are not only graduating from high school, you are graduating into adulthood. Regardless of what tomorrow brings, whether it's college, military, workforce, or something else, change is in front of you. Take advantage of the opportunities and make the best of them. To the class of 2018, I wish you a tremendous amount of success and happiness in whatever it is you choose in the next phase of your life.
Thank you, Mr. Pedoni. Before I give my principal's address to the class, I'd like to just ask that the teachers that are here tonight wearing their graduation regalia, the colors of their colleges and universities, who are proud representatives of all those institutions and who have taught your students faithfully throughout all their high school years. I'd like to ask our teachers to please stand for a moment so we could give them a round of applause. Thank you. Good evening to all of you, West Boylston faculty, respected members of our school committee, distinguished citizens of our community, parents, grandparents, family members and friends, and of course the members of the class of 2018. Welcome to our graduation exercises for West Boylston Middle High School. As I look over at our senior class, the senior nation as they call themselves, I can't help but thinking back on my own high school graduation, which was actually 30 years ago to the day. In another small town in Massachusetts, very much like West Boylston, I was the first of 5 40-year children to graduate from our high school and the first one to head off to college at the end of the summer of 1988. Like our esteemed valedictorian, I was heading off to Boston College with a dream of doing something important with my life and testing the limits of my own high school education and the foundation of my knowledge. But there were so many questions swirling around in my brain as I sat in my seat in the auditorium waiting to receive my diploma. Questions like, how would I compare to the 8,000 other students at BC, many of whom had come from fancy, private, prestigious high schools from all around the country and around the world. Sure, my father had gone to BC back in the 1960s, but then it was mainly a commuter school and was beginning to form a pretty good reputation for business, teacher education, and nursing. Then along came a guy named Doug Flutie, whose miracle touchdown at a Cotton Bowl to defeat Miami had put Boston College on the map, where it would quickly become a very competitive and prestigious university. And I was going there because I had applied and visited the school, and it felt like a good fit for me. But truthfully, I wasn't really sure if I was ready. So there I was, graduating from a small public high school in a small town. A town that most people around the country had never heard of. More questions swirled around in my brain. Was I smart enough? Was I brave enough? Would people there like me? This was going to be a very expensive investment in my future. Was it worth it? Was I really, really ready to do this? And so, class of 2018, like most of you, I acted very excited, and I acted like I was ready to leave the small town that I'd lived in for 18 years. I smiled whenever anyone asked me if I was ready to head off to college, and I bought my BC t-shirt, sweatshirt, lanyard, book bag. I tried to look the part, and to convince myself and everybody around me that I was a college man, I was ready. I had made plans that final summer to work several jobs to save up some money to have in my bank account for my freshman year. I bussed tables at a restaurant at night, worked at a summer camp during the day. I even mowed lawns on the weekend. And whenever anyone asked me how excited I was to go to college, I just smiled and gave them a thumbs up. But inside, I was actually terrified. So, shortly after receiving my diploma from my high school graduation, as June rolled into July, which soon stretched into August, before I knew it, my mom said to me, "You better start packing, son. We're going to be dropping you off in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts in just a few short days." I had grown up with 2 brothers and 2 sisters, but now I was going to be living with some kid named Rick from Seattle, Washington. And Seattle was a place that I had never been to. I had heard of it. I knew there were some pretty cool bands, David Dunn, who came from there, like Pearl Jam and Nirvana, Alice in Chains. But I had never been to a place like Seattle, Washington. Maybe my roommate knew some famous people and could hook me up with some great concert tickets. Maybe he could get me a job at Apple Computer as a software engineer. There were just so many questions. So there we are, jumping in the family station wagon along with my 4 younger siblings. My parents brought me to campus, brought me up to my room and helped me unpack. It was a very exciting, but also a very melancholy day. The campus was beautiful, everyone seemed friendly, and I had honestly never seen so many Volvo station wagons in one place in my entire life. My room was not what I expected. It was an 8-foot by 8-foot cinder block room, 1 bathroom on the whole floor for all of the boys. No phone, no refrigerator. Was this really Boston College? To be honest, it felt like a jail cell without the steel bars. Not that I had ever been in a jail cell, mind you. So I remember my roommate Rick showing up, no parents. They had shipped his belongings, flown him out first class from Seattle, and just sent him a nice card saying, "Good luck, son." And I thought, whoa, that's so impressive and sad at the same time. He was tall, very handsome kid, also played soccer. His parents, believe it or not, sold yachts for a living. It was a family business. I had been in a canoe once. This is going to be quite a year. And by the way, students, I didn't have a cell phone. I couldn't text Rick over the summer and say, "This is who I am and looking forward to hanging out with you." I didn't literally meet him until I walked into the room that day and there he was. Pretty crazy. We didn't even have the internet. Yeah, long time ago. Fast forward to the first week of classes, and I soon learned, and this is the message I want you to take away, I soon learned that I was more than prepared to live away at school, and that my high school education from this very small public high school that I had graduated from did not let me down. I soon found out that despite not having attended a famous or prestigious private high school, that I was far more prepared than almost all of my new college friends. I was a better writer, Mr. Gustafson. I was a better reader, a better public speaker. I could do calculus. I found that my college classes were actually pretty easy. And I even found time after class every day to play soccer or basketball, to lift weights, to go running on campus. By mid-fall, I had literally become a well-adjusted college student without ever even realizing it. Looking back, again, the most challenging part of freshman year was just not seeing my parents, not seeing my siblings. No cell phones, no internet. I went and used the phone in the cafeteria on Sunday night for 15 minutes, where I told my mother that I had gone to church. I told her that I was getting good grades and that I had met lots of friends. And I tried to sound really happy so that my mom wouldn't worry about me. When I saw my family at Thanksgiving, they barely recognized me. They said that I had grown up and I seemed really, really happy, and the truth is, I was. What I realized when I came home to see my family for the holidays was that that small public high school, just like this one, who had amazing teachers, just like this school, had prepared me well. And my amazing parents had prepared me for living in a new place, making good choices, and keeping my values intact. It didn't matter that we weren't a wealthy family, or that I wasn't related to anyone famous. I was ready for college, and the reason I was ready was because of the teachers, coaches, adults, and other leaders in my community who had given me life lessons that they had shared with me from birth to age 18. My teachers, like those that are seated here with you today, had given me wisdom, knowledge, and care as their student. And now I carried all those lessons inside of me as I went off to school. just like each and every one of you carries a lifetime of lessons and knowledge within you. There's just a couple things I'd like you to remember as you leave tonight. Number one, you did not get to this place in your journey by yourself. You have many, many people to thank, and you carry the wisdom inside of you from these people wherever you go. Your teachers and parents are among the greatest of these people and highly deserving of your thanks. You are ready. You have worked hard, and your being here at this moment is not a mistake. This is not the end of your journey, but the beginning of your adult life. It is now up to you to carry the lessons and stories, knowledge and values that have been given to you over the past 18 years and to use them to light your way. Remember to say thank you as often as you can to everyone who has guided you up to this moment in your life. And please try to remember these words from Socrates, which is to be always kinder than is necessary. This is a good way and the right way to live your life. I'm very proud of you as a class. I'm proud of the leadership that you have given, the promises that you have fulfilled, the commitments that you have honored, and I'm proud of the people that you are. Thank you for all of the wonderful memories that you have given to me over the past 3 years as your principal here in West Boylston. Coming to this school has been the best career decision that I have ever made. I thank you for welcoming me in, Dr. Lazat, for teaching us how things work here in West Boylston. That in this school, the senior school, that every day you go hard or you go home. You never quit on your friends and you always keep your promises. You respect and honor the traditions of the past, but you're also not afraid to begin new traditions, like service trips to Haiti, or the Sincerely Seniors Day, or renovating the teacher's lunchroom, and welcoming all the other students and staff on the very first day and the very last day of classes. You have acted as one class, one group of friends, and one senior nation. These parts of your legacy, these traditions, are outstanding. And it is through your leadership that you have all impressed me the most. You have set the tone for the rest of this school for the entire year. The way you look out for one another, the way you care about each other, these are lessons that you have taught me. So class of 2018, though today may be the last day that I get to be your principal, for the rest of our lives, I hope that you will consider me to be your friend. Thank you all, and God bless you. At this time, Dr. Lazat and I are very proud to present various scholarships and awards to the graduates class of 2018. When I call your name, please stand. I will read the awards which you have been given, and you can come up and receive them from Dr. Lazat. Feel free to clap after every single one. Alexander Bilal. Alex is the recipient of the Clinton Savings Charitable Trust Scholarship. Sarah Burns. Sarah is receiving the West Boylston High School Softball Scholarship and the West Boylston Town Scholarship. Sydney Carter. Cindy is the recipient of the West Boylston Police Scholarship. Matthew Casella. Matthew receives the Cattell Andreesky Foundation Memorial Scholarship Award. I think I might need a drink of water for this one. Quinn Bolak. Quinn is receiving the American Legion Harold and Keith Post 204 Scholarship, the Elton and Kathleen Drew Scholarship for Continued Study in the Arts, the Emily and Leo Bishuda Scholarship for the Visual Arts, the West Boylston Middle High School PTA Leo J. Sullivan Scholarship, and Our Lady of Good Counsel Women's Club Scholarship. Justin Cranston. Justin is receiving the John O. and Phyllis McCullough Scholarship, the West Boylston Youth Basketball Scholarship, and the West Boylston Little League Scholarship. Katie Daigle. Katie is receiving the Elton and Kathleen Drew National Art Honor Society Scholarship, the Independent Order of Odd Fellows Worcester Lodge No. 56 Scholarship, the West Boylston High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the West Boylston Town Scholarship, West Boylston High School Student Council Scholarship, the West Boylston Athletic Association Scholar Athlete Award, the Wachusett Area Rotary Club Scholarship, Telegram and Gazette Student Achievement Award, and the Hanover Insurance Academic Scholarship Award. Sabrina Dow. Sabrina has been awarded the Elton and Kathleen Drew Drama Club Scholarship and the West Boylston Middle High School PTA Leo J. Sullivan Scholarship. Brandon Anderson. Brandon has been awarded the West Boylston Little League Baseball Scholarship. David Dunn. David has been awarded the Barbara Sylvester Memorial Scholarship, the Elton and Kathleen Drew Scholarship for Continued Studies in the Arts, the West Boylston Youth Soccer Scholarship, and the Jeffrey O. Suminowitz Memorial Scholarship. Katarina Himmelberger. Katarina is receiving the George Sylvester Memorial Scholarship, the West Boylston Athletic Scholarship, the American Legion Harold and Keith Post No. 204 Top History Student Award, the scholarship for West Boylston Little League Baseball, as well as the Wachusett Area Rotary Club Scholarship. Michael Jameson. Michael has been awarded the Cattell and Andreesky Foundation Memorial Scholarship and the Elton and Kathleen Drew Music Club Scholarship Award. Sarah Johnson. Sarah will be receiving the Independent Order of Odd Fellows Worcester Lodge 56 Scholarship and the West Boylston Masonic Charity and Educational Association Scholarships. Aaliyah Ketchum. Aaliyah has been awarded the Independent Order of Odd Fellows Worcester Lodge No. 56 Academic Scholarship. Caitlin Lindsay. Caitlin has been awarded the West Boylston Police Scholarship and the West Boylston Middle High School PTA Leo J. Sullivan Scholarship. Gabby Lucy. Gabby receives the West Boylston Student Council Scholarship and the Elton and Kathleen Drew Scholarship for continued study in the arts. Jacob Milton. Jacob is the recipient of the West Boylston Teachers Association Scholarship. Flynn Mitchell. Flynn is receiving the Benjamin P. Lorge Memorial Scholarship, the Peterson Family Scholarship, and the West Boylston Athletic Association Scholarship. Mackenzie Roberts. Mackenzie has been awarded the West Boylston High School National Honor Society Scholarship and the West Boylston Middle High School PTA Leo J. Sullivan Scholarship. Tessia Ross. Tess has been awarded the American Legion Harold N. Keith Unit Post 204 Scholarship Award. Elizabeth Shaw. Elizabeth is receiving the West Boylston Teacher Association Scholarship in the WBTA, the West Boylston Youth Basketball Scholarship, and West Boylston Youth Soccer Scholarship. Ashley Smith. Ashley is the recipient of the Ralph Rigonati Foundation Scholarship and the West Boylston High School In It to End It Scholarship. Brady Weldon. Brady will be receiving the Walter C. Cranston Jr. Memorial Scholarship, as well as the West Boylston Little League Baseball Scholarship. Congratulations to our students on their scholarship awards. And now I believe we've come to the moment that you have all been waiting for. I would like to invite Mr. James Pedoni, Chairman of the West Boylston School Committee, to present the first diploma to our president of her class, Mr. Pedoni.
Julia O'Connor. High School, Julia has been a part of the National Honor Society, National Thespian Society, Student Council, and has participated in 4 song productions. She was also captain of the varsity cheer team, the president of the senior class. Next year, Julia will be attending UMass Lowell to study biology with a plan of pursuing a career in medicine.
Attending Mount Holyoke College in the fall.
Morgan Rose Figuera.
The Tri-Ed Music Honor Society Vice President, IEA, and the track and field team. Morgan will be attending Quinnipiac University, majoring in diagnostic medical sonography.
Kendall Hope Economy.
High school, Kendall took part in varsity cheerleading for 1 year and varsity track and field for 3 years, along with competitive dance for 13 years outside of school. She is committed to the nursing program at UMass Boston and looks forward to a career in nursing. Throughout high school, Jenna has been a member of NHS and LSA. She has also been manager for both the soccer and track teams, as well as captain of the track team for 2 years. Jenna will be attending Mount Holyoke College, majoring in history with plans of being a teacher.
Ashley Edwina Smith.
Throughout high school, Ashley has been a member of the varsity cheerleading team for the past 5 years, where she served as captain for the last 2. She also participated in track and field, was the president of Spanish Honor Society, president of West Boylston is In It to End It, public relations officer of DECA, and a member of Fish and Interact. Ashley will be attending Coastal Carolina University, majoring in business management with the hope of becoming an entrepreneur. High school, Caitlin was involved in National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, and competitive gymnastics. Caitlin will be attending Springfield College in their Doctorate of Physical Therapy program.
Quinn Aslin Bolak.
Throughout high school, Quinn has been a member on the Executive Board of Student Council, Vice President of the National Honor Society, and a member of the National Honor Society. She's also been a part of the varsity cheer comp team. Quinn will be attending the University of Vermont, majoring in studio art, while also planning to pursue a career in the medical field.
Katie Marie Davis.
Throughout high school, Katie has been a member of the Executive Board of Student Council and President of National Honor Society. She also was captain of the varsity soccer team. Katie will be attending Boston College in the fall, majoring in biology, but they plan on pursuing a career in medicine.
Amanda Margaret Victoria Rinker.
In high school, Amanda participated in track and completed her senior year taking classes at QCC. Amanda will be attending Westfield State University.
Isabella Jacqueline Keys.
She had the opportunity to intern at the Worcester District Attorney Office, which confirmed her desire to pursue a career in criminal justice. She is looking forward to attending Florida Atlantic University in the fall.
Keely Amber Kunst.
Involved in the National Art Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, and National Thespian Society. Peoria is planning to become a pet groomer and is hoping to open her own business in the future.
Katerina Magdalena Mulberger.
Katerina was on the executive boards of Student Council, National Honor Society, and Rotary Interact Club. She also played varsity field hockey, ice hockey, and track. She's ecstatic to attend WPI next fall with a plan to major in chemistry or chemical engineering.
Gabrielle Morgan Lucy.
Gabby has been a part of Student Council for 4 years and served as the council treasurer her junior year and the council president her senior year. She's also been involved in the theater program for 4 years and has served as the International Thespian Society Troop 6514 Vice President her junior and senior years. This fall, she will be attending the Rhode Island College, pursuing a dual major in theater and psychology.
Alyssa Marie Ridley.
Throughout high school, Alyssa has participated in the swim team and In It to End It. Alyssa will be attending Worcester Polytechnic Institute, majoring in chemical engineering.
Rubina Caleb.
planning to go to Dean College in New Hampshire to study nursing, which she got accepted to. She is looking forward to a career in the medical field.
Leah Catherine Ketchum.
Leah has been a member of Begin to End It and the co-president of FISH. Leah is also being inducted into National Art Honor Society and National Thespian Society. She cheered on our football and basketball teams for all 4 years. Aaliyah will be attending Assumption College this fall. She will be majoring in human services and rehabilitation studies with a concentration in occupational therapy and a minor in studio art. Aaliyah plans on opening an occupational therapy practice. Aaliyah would like to thank her parents who have kept her going every day. President of Triumph Music Honor Society and FISH. She was also captain of the varsity girls tennis team. Alyssa will be attending Northeastern University in the fall, majoring in chemistry with the plan of pursuing a career in medicine.
Rebecca Jean Ferreira.
High School, Rebecca was involved in the National Honor Society, National Spanish Honor Society, and participated in 3 spring musicals. Rebecca will be attending Assumption College in the fall.
Sarah Rose Donaldson.
High School, Sarah overcame many obstacles, brightened up the main office every day, and held a full-time job. She will be attending Quinsigamond Community College in the fall for hospitality management. Sarah would like to thank her mom, best friend Julie, and Miss Ilario for helping make it easy this far.
Kayla Ann Russell.
High School, Kayla Russell was involved in French Honor Society and interned at Christ Lutheran Nursery School. Kayla will be attending Quinsigamond Community College studying early education.
Ross.
High School, Tessie was involved in NAHS and the Pottery Club. Tessie will be attending Union College and majoring in engineering.
Mackenzie Lee Roberts.
High School, Mackenzie was involved in It to End It, the Interact Club, and National French Honor Society. Mackenzie will be attending Salem State University in the fall, majoring in nursing. She thanks all her friends and family for helping her make it this far.
Sarah Glenn Angelo.
Sarah was a transfer student at the beginning of senior year. She will be attending Worcester State University in the fall as a psychology major.
Sabrina Marie Dell.
Sabrina has been a member of Student Council, NHS, NAHS, French Honor Society, and was the president of International Thespian Society this past year. Sabrina will be attending Roger Williams University this fall.
Sydney Jennings Carter.
High School, Cindy was involved in Interact, FISH, Track, and the Lions Scholar Academy. In the fall, Sydney will be attending Suffolk University, majoring in biology, with a concentration in pre-med, hoping to one day become a doctor.
Sarah Ann Bailey.
Sarah Mano has been a member of Student Council. She has also participated in varsity basketball, soccer, and tennis. Sarah will be attending the honors program at Quinsigamond Community College in the fall with a plan of pursuing a career in physical therapy.
Kelsey Lynn Herrera.
High School, Kelsey was involved in arts and completed the highest level of our art program, AP Studio Art. Kelsey was also a member of the Tri-M Honor Society and had the opportunity to participate in Art All-State her junior year. Her faith has been a big part of her life, and she will continue to practice it and study at Brigham Young University in Idaho. She will be majoring in studio arts and one day own the fashion industry. Kelsey would like to thank her mom for all that she did and for being her rock and best friend.
Jacob Robert Milton.
An active member of the Boy Scouts, and he was just recently accepted into the National Honor Society. Jacob will be attending Quinsigamond Community College and will transfer to WPI after 2 years, where he plans to study cybersecurity.
Taylor Michael Kalashevsky.
Involved in any performances. Taylor will be going to DePaul University and hopes to go into entertainment one day.
Maximilian Gregory Hagel.
Acted in the school plays. He's looking forward to attending Bridgewater State University.
Nicholas Scott Baldwin.
Throughout his high school years, Nick Baldwin has been a member of the International Basketball Society. He also performed in 7 out of 8 high school shows. In the fall, Nick will be working and taking classes in business and photography.
Desandre Michael Williams.
He aspires to be a counselor and will start at QCC in the fall.
Sarah Ashley Johnson.
Sarah is a member of National Honor Society, National Spanish Honor Society, Lions Scholar Academy, and the Vice President of National Art Honor Society. She has also participated in varsity softball and basketball. Sarah will be attending Assumption College, majoring in pre-vet and minoring in studio art with the plans of becoming a veterinarian.
Shannon Marie Messer.
Shannon will be attending Westfield State University, majoring in psychology.
Linnea May Harlan.
I'd like to thank Ms. Towns, Ms. Janae, and Ms. Labrandi for always being there. She also would like to thank her family for always believing in her. In the fall, Linnea will be majoring in nursing at Riviera University.
Elizabeth Lane Shaw.
NHS, NAHS, and NSHS. She was the president of the Interact Club and attended the 2017 trip to Haiti. She would also like to thank Dr. Lazat for being an inspiration. She is attending Worcester State University to pursue a degree in education.
Kane Matthew Langford.
Kane has enjoyed his time at Boylston High School. He has been a prolific artist all 4 years. Kane has been working at the elementary school program. After graduation, Kane is moving to South Carolina, where he plans to attend college.
Jose Antonio Vargas.
Jose will be attending Westfield State University, where he plans to major in criminal justice and minor in business.
Jason Sean.
Jason attended West Boylston for 4 years. He played basketball all 4 years and was also a part of the first school service trip to Haiti. He will attend New England College in the fall. He wants to thank mom, dad, and stepdad for all the help they gave him.
Lynn James Mitchell.
Lynn played varsity football and track all 4 years in high school and was captain for his junior and senior year in both sports. He was an Interact NHS WBHS and student council. Flynn participated in school plays and holds the school record in javelin. He will be attending UMass Amherst in the fall to study political science and journalism while competing in Division I track and field.
Brandon James Anderson.
Throughout high school, Brandon Anderson has participated in varsity football and baseball. He is looking forward to playing in the playoffs for the 4th consecutive year. Brandon will be attending Westfield State University, majoring in exercise science.
Matthew Joseph Fallon.
As enjoying his 4 years throughout high school, he plans to attend Quinsigamond Community College in the fall to study computer science.
Daniel James Burke.
Dan Bird will be attending the Peterson School where he will be pursuing a career in plumbing.
Brian Matthew Mercier.
Brian has been a part of the varsity football, baseball, and basketball teams for 3 years. We'd like to thank his parents, Ann and Dave, for never giving up on him. We'd also like to thank his 2 brothers for helping him get to this point. Brian will be attending Westfield State University this fall, pursuing a career in criminal justice.
Jared Michael Gulia.
He was involved in student council and play clubs. He's going to attend Suffolk University, majoring in business with a minor in pre-law.
Michael Lorenz Jamison.
Throughout high school, Michael was class treasurer and a member of National Honor Society, Tri-M, French Honor Society, National Art Honor Society, and was the DECA vice president for 2 years. He also participated in varsity tennis. Michael will be attending Worcester State University, majoring in biology with a plan on pursuing a career in optometry.
Logan Winston Burgess.
He enjoys traveling and cosmetology. Logan plans to attend Tony and Guy Hairdressing Academy.
David Robert John Dunn.
National Art Honor Society and has played both JV and varsity soccer. David Dunn will be attending UMass Lowell with plans to pursue a career in music.
William Robert Darling.
Track and field team. William will miss popcorn chicken bowl lunches. He will be attending QCC in the fall.
Brady Paul Walter.
Brady will be attending Quinsigamond Community College in the Business Management Transfer Program.
Matthew Robert Casella.
Throughout high school, Matthew Casella has been a member of the Student Council Executive Board for 4 years, DECA, and National Honor Society. He also participated in varsity baseball and was the captain of the golf team. Matthew will be attending Winnipeg University with a plan on pursuing a career in law enforcement.
Anthony David Natoma.
He participated in DECA and Playcoms. He played baseball for 3 years. Anthony would like to thank his parents and his brother Dominic for supporting him. Anthony would also like to thank all his friends and teachers throughout the years, and congratulations to the class of 2018. He will be attending Westfield State.
Justin Robert Cranston.
Spanish National Honor Society, and was a class representative for 4 years. He also participated in varsity football, basketball, and baseball. Justin plans on attending UMass Lowell with a major in criminal justice.
Zachary Earl Benton.
An intern at the District Attorney's Office earlier this school year will be attending Quinsigamond Community
one day.
Yusuf Magdi Sami Betterelton.
President of DECA for his senior year. He also participated in varsity soccer and track. Yusuf will be attending Quinsigamond Community College to finish his general studies, then transfer to NYO to study entrepreneurship and business.